The second neurotype that will be naturally very attracted to power and strength competition will be a type 1B. Now, if you remember the earlier capsule, they also build for intensity, but they have more of that explosive component. So I would peak a type 1B pretty much the same way as I would a 1A, meaning that they would rest on a Thursday before a Saturday competition, and on a Friday they would train, but just to amp up their nervous system and prevent it from being sluggish on competition day. The only difference would be the type of training you are doing on that Friday session. Whereas the 1A, which are built more for slow gear strength, they would do either their lift at a moderate weight, like 80% of their maximum, or preferably they would do overcoming isometrics because they have no effect on fatigue, and they will just activate the nervous system, and it's slow speed strength because it's not moving, it's the slowest speed of all, so it works really well with their nature. Now, the 1B would do neural charge training, which we covered in an earlier capsule. So they would pick probably 3, maybe 4 exercises. They could be their competition lifts, or they could be general movement, doesn't really matter. And now we could use the competition like snatch if you're an Olympic weightlifter and clean and jerk, or you could go with bench press, squat, deadlift if you are a power lifter. Now what you would do is use a very light weight, like 50% on the strength lifts or 60-70% if you are doing the Olympic lifts. And you just focus on becoming violent. Being fast is not enough. It's what you have to understand. What their brain needs is that violence in movement, trying to kill the bar. So they would do that neural charge with violent movement. So probably 3 rounds of 3 reps per exercises with plenty of rest, maybe 2 minutes between stations, because you don't want to create any fatigue. And every rep is done with violence. All right, that's the goal. And you don't want any fatigue. It's gonna last 15 to 20 minutes tops, just to amp everything up to get you ready for a competition. They could even do it the morning of a competition. That will work. But just the first time you try it, do it on a Friday just to be sure. And eventually on a test meet, you can try it in the morning. But if you do it Friday, you rest Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, regular training, working up to your openers or a bit lower, you're gonna peak much better than if you rest before your competition.